I'm your host, Magic. Today, we've got one of our crew members. You've been on before.
Yeah.
We've met you
A
before,
while
but
ago.
that was quite a while ago,
Yeah.
actually.
Like what, a year ago?
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
over a year.
Over a year.
Yeah, and we shot it in. It was
Yeah,
wild.
it was
It was wild. So we're doing it right this time. We got you back on.
Yeah, man.
So thanks for being here, man.
No
Appreciate it.
problem, dude. I love this. I love working on this show, so it's an honor.
Absolutely. It's always good to have you on.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it, man. What's cooking?
Just being at the studio, working on stuff, helping you with your things. This show, really just trying to, elevate in my career, learn some good stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I will say that's a good place to come at things. It's a good place to just be like, I like being here.
Yeah.
That's like your first step. Is just showing up and doing the thing.
Yeah.
I think you're also one of our biggest fans. I want to say that too.
Oh yeah.
You are one of the
I
biggest.
every time I have like a short or like a video come up, it's like an immediate like.
Yeah, dude.
Even if I like don't watch it at that second,
Yeah,
like I just like it immediately.
This dude
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the biggest fan of chicken for breakfast. One of the biggest.
Yeah.
We've got some pretty big fans. But yeah, man. Let's talk about some of the stuff that you're working on. Or no, actually, let's talk about one of the games you've been playing recently.
Oh, dude, one of the games I've been playing like so many. I'm like the type of guy who would like, I'd be like bored of like the games I'm playing at that moment, and then just like start something new.
Oh,
Like
that's the worst.
Yeah, but right now I started the remake of Final Fantasy VII. It's a really good game. Looks really good. But I've been playing so many games. Oh, I started playing Rainbow Six Siege, which we have to. I think that'd be like a really funny thing to like me and David teach you how to like play like some strategic like shooting games.
You think I don't play strategic shooting games?
Like Rainbow Six Siege.
I've played Rainbow.
Really?
Yeah. I
Oh,
hated
shit.
it. I didn't like
You
it.
didn't like it.
I didn't like it. And the reason I didn't like it is because it's a strategic shooter game.
Understandable.
What it really comes down to though, and I've always had this opinion, is I'm not a huge fan of like real
Realistic.
looking,
Yeah.
like super realistic shooter games, or like zombie games. I don't know. I've just never really been into it.
Understandable. I've also been playing this one game called Returnal. If you guys know what that is, it's like this roguelike type of thing. Like when you die, you lose all like your progress, but you like kind of level up throughout the game. It's kind of weird, but it's like this alien type horror type thing. It's really cool. I've been playing that like for most of today before we got here.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's
Sounds pretty
really good. It's really good. Like it's really fun. I like it. It's a PlayStation exclusive.
I believe it.
Yeah, ever since I got my PlayStation 5, I've just been.
Oh, this dude coming out stunned. He's like, ever since
I have a PlayStation 5. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm just.
I got a PlayStation 5 now, so honestly, I don't even need to be it.
Yeah.
No, that's really dope, man. That's really dope. I have not gotten a PS5, and like this is gonna.
You have a
sound-
PC though, so you're good.
Well, yeah, I don't play games on the PC very much.
Really?
Yeah, again, I don't have time. The games we do
Understandable.
play, we play on the channel. That's obviously on PC. But that's one reason. The other reason is like my PS4 works great. I don't need a PS5.
I understand.
If I get a PS5, now I have to spend money to buy a new console, and I have to spend the money to get the same games I already own.
Oh yeah, especially if you have
a
a
new it's just.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of unnecessary expenses when like I
Understandable.
already have a system with all the games and the progress that I've been working on since it first came out. So
Yeah.
like I'm good. I'm
Yeah, I
good.
get
I'm
it.
not that hype about it. Unpopular opinion, definitely. Johnny, you're broke. Yeah, whatever.
Johnny, you're broke.
Johnny, you're broke. Yeah.
No, I mean if you're comfortable with like the last gen or just like what the games you had and like the system you have, is not.
I mean, and again, we've talked about this before, but like, gaming or watching things for me right now is just so weird. The
Yeah.
reason it's weird is because I have to be in the right mood, and I have to have the time. And if those two things don't correlate with each other, it just doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like I'm super busy
You
already.
just like it has to be like the right vibe.
It's gotta be, man. Like
I get times like that too, where I just like don't play video games for like a month or something.
like if I work all day and then I finally get home, I have two options.
Mhm.
I can either continue working, put some edits together, or I can just watch YouTube. And I typically choose to watch YouTube or rewatch movies I've already seen, which is also really probably shouldn't do that. You should probably watch new things.
Yeah, especially in the field we're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, always trying to exercise the brain and really explore new
Learn
things
things.
and see new things is always fun. But I also think there's a level of nostalgia, and it's good to for me it's good to go back to. There's some things I watch specifically like to unlock memories in my own brain, which is a weird thing to say, but it's I think it's a pretty healthy thing too. Where it's like that's why I like Spider-Man. Spider-Man, that was a good time to be alive.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite Spider-Man?
Oh my gosh, we actually just did a video. It's gonna be right up there. A couple weeks ago. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And last time you were on, we talked about Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, we talked about Marvel. It was a Marvel themed episode.
We should do that again.
Yeah.
We should do that again. But yeah, I'm a Toby fan. I have a friend who, when that video came out, he was like, "You better say Andrew," and I thought that was crazy.
Listen, dude, I'm an Andrew fan through and through.
Really?
I love Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, especially when Far From Home came out, or No Way Home. Yeah, when No Way Home came out, that like reignited and reminded me how much I love Andrew.
Okay, that's an interesting take. I mean, it had all three of them in it, so I think for us Toby fans, it was also kind of the same thing.
Well, yeah, I mean for the other, like for both of them, because yeah.
I feel like we only talk about Spider-Man sometimes on this channel, but it's
Really?
dope, right? Like,
How do you feel about Batman?
It's DC, so I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of the DC comics, but I've always said Marvel's got better storylines, DC better production value,
Oh yeah.
better like cinematic views, like the color on it's good, the mood of the films are good.
Yeah.
But the only DC films I've really seen, I've seen Black Adam. We did a movie review on the channel one time for that. I've seen The Dark Knight.
Oh yeah. You have to
Dark
see
Knight
The Dark
Rises,
Knight.
I think. Which one's the first one? Is it just The Dark Knight?
Batman Begins.
Batman Begins.
Batman
Ooh,
Begins.
actually, there was a Batman movie from 2002 that I still own.
Which one was that?
One of the, I don't know,
One
it's
of
the
them.
one where he makes the pencil disappear. It's like, you want to see a magic trick? Anyways, so I feel like our channel has a lot of Spider-Man because of like Secret Nights, because of all the
Yeah.
Spider-Man things we've done. We react to Spider-Man. Spider-Man's definitely one of the best superheroes that's ever existed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I found out the other day, after filming that episode, Marvel owned it. They sold it to
So
Sony.
yeah.
Sony made the movies. And then Marvel was like, oh, we gotta buy that back.
Yeah, like we need that for something.
So, actually, if you don't mind.
actually, well, I'm gonna take that back.
Absolutely. Speaking of Spider-Man, though, they're thinking about making another Andrew Garfield movie
Really?
and another Toby movie, and obviously they're gonna continue Phase 5 with the
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
Did you hear what Sony's trying to do to like the next Tom Holland movie?
What are they trying to do?
Dude, they're trying to make it into like another like Toby and Andrew comeback.
I believe that.
Yeah.
At this point in Marvel,
They're not. Listen, I don't know if this is a controversial take. It might not be to some people. Marvel isn't as good as it was.
ooh,
I honestly stopped paying attention to it after Multiverse of Madness. I think.
I thought Multiverse of Madness was pretty decent.
I did. I liked it too. I really liked it, but
I
everything
thought
after that just.
I thought it was a
Interesting.
good movie. I didn't like Thor, Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
That was a fall off.
Yeah.
I think the big problem with Marvel right now is that they're like making too many movies too fast. You know, is that a fair thing to say?
Dude, I think in 2025 or 2024, bring back standalone superhero movies. Please, for the love of God, I don't listen. Like I really like I've learned to hate like when a superhero movie, like at the end, another superhero comes out and it's like, yeah, the next movie's gonna be about this guy, and I'm like, can we just like tell a story about a superhero and like that's it?
You know, that's super controversial, but
That's why I
respect
think I know with the Batman, like the Matt Reeves movie, they're doing like its own universe, but I feel like that movie was really good because Superman didn't like fly in at the end. You know, it was like a Batman movie, and they were like, what if like Batman was like realistic and also like listen to Nirvana apparently.
That's funny. I will say on the DC side, I do appreciate Superman.
Oh yeah,
I do appreciate Superman.
I think I really like Superman, but I think I like him more in the comics because lately they made him like super edgy for some reason. They made him like really I don't know how to explain it. So like Superman in the comics, like in like the simplest way, is just like a country kid who happened to be an alien, and like he's like a really good person. I feel like in the movies they made him like, oh, he's like this really strong figure, and like what if like this actually happened in real life? So like people think he's a god or something like that. When like in the comics he was just like this guy who like took the time to save your dog from a tree, or like pulled up to like mental hospitals to like talk to people. Like he was a genuinely good person, not a guy who like focused on like battling aliens in space all of the time.
So he was a good Samaritan.
Yeah, he was a good Samaritan.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I feel like they strayed away from that like so hard. I'm like, dang.
Well, I think that comes from the culture that we live in, where superheroes are, you know, super beings, super everything else. I think there's this need for creating something so dramatic and so cinematic and just so exciting that people have to watch
I
it.
think a reason to why people are like, because the audience don't know what they really want. I'll say that the audience, they'd be like, oh, I want this to happen, and then it happens, and be like, no, not like that. And I honestly think that studios are trying to like, they don't know if they want to cater to their fans or like keep it like to what they want. And I think keep it to what you want, man. The fans are gonna like it or not. They're gonna like it or they're not gonna like it. And I don't think you should really like rein into all of them. I think you should like cater to the people who are gonna like it regardless.
I absolutely agree, and I'm gonna kind of steer the conversation away for a second, but that's kind of how we operate. This channel as well, where it's like the question came up the other day, like, why don't you make like a separate channel for gaming? And I was like, because I don't care.
Johnny doesn't game like that.
Johnny doesn't game like that too. But I mean, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But it's really just, and when we kind of rebooted and rebranded the channel, and David's been a big help with all of that.
Shout out to David.
Shout out to David.
Coolest guy here.
But we really took this and ran with it. And one of the things that we established at the beginning was we're just gonna do it. We're gonna make things that we want to make. We're gonna do things that we want to do, and like that's how you find your true fans. That's how you find your true network. Your true community.
By just being you.
Yeah,
making the stuff you want to make.
If you have people who like you for something that you're not, eventually you're not gonna have those people anymore because they're gonna be like, oh, the gimmick is up.
Yeah,
the show is up.
That's why I think, like on TikTok, you know, there's the people who like do certain stupid stuff and like stick to that forever, and then like they try to, but then they start losing the views, so they chicken out. I think do what you want. If like you get tired of your gimmick, I'll look to the camera. If you're like making content and you started from like a gimmick and you really get tired to it, don't be scared about the views, because the people who like you for your personality are gonna stick around regardless. So wise words from me apparently.
No, that is really that's like a really good thing to say, because again, bringing it back, we just that's what we do.
Yeah.
Is we can sit here, we can have a conversation, and like if it's not a conversation that you want, you're totally free to turn it off.
Yeah.
Right. One of my favorite comedians is right now is Matt Rife. And the reason I like Matt Rife is because he'll just be like, look, what I'm saying is jokes. If you don't like my jokes, you don't have to listen to them. They're not meant to hurt people. They're not meant to, it's just me having fun, doing what I do, trying to entertain you. And really, like, that's what everything's about. It's like, no one wants you to be super over dramatic if that's not you. We make a podcast, we do react videos, we do gaming. We're gonna start doing other things that I can't disclose at this moment. But like that's a thumbnail.
Yeah.
No, but we're just doing what we want to do, and we're just picking up everyone along the way, and that's what it's about.
If you want to stick around, dude, come on. We're just vibing here, This is the vibe.
This is the vibe.
This is the vibe. I'm all about the vibes. I like to. Nah, I won't say that. It's cringe.
Bro, stop this though. He's like, nah, that's.
I was gonna say I'm like a vibe connoisseur, but like who's a vibe connoisseur?
And no, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be like understanding that there's a time and a place, and you like knowing when that time and place is most like comfortable. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
The way you word it's kind of weird, but
yeah. Yeah.
No, it's cool, bro. I appreciate you for all your hard work trying to be here at every shoot, man.
You man. I wanna, before, I don't know if we were gonna end, but before we do that, I wanna say to you, I wanna thank you for keeping me around, for always giving me something to do. I came to the school at a place where I really did not know what I really wanted to do, and that was kind of scary. And I feel like there's people out there who don't know what they want to do now, and like they're like scared. And I just want to thank you for giving me something to want, to want to be.
Dang, got me all up in here, man.
It's all you too. It's you and Marquette, but like you were the one, like you kept me around for chicken for breakfast. You always like, hey, we're about to do Underdog. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate you.
I'm always on you, bro.
Yeah, you're always on
you. Too. I'm like, yo.
And I can recognize I'm the type of person who needs like friends like that. Who's like, hey, dude, come over.
Yeah, and and again, like I think that's a problem for a lot of people, where it's like, I'm not doing that just because I can't. Like, if you want me to be completely honest with you, like, no one has time to chase people, right? No one has time or the energy or the effort to worry about that kind of thing. But for you, it's just like, bro, you're on a good track, right? So I want to see you keep being here, showing up, learning the most you could do. Bro, I watched you, like your lighting now is way better than when we ever before. And you're putting in the work, you're putting in the hours, you're showing up. It's just, you found a good place to be. So I'm proud of you, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
It's always fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's always fun to watch. Wow, dude. Wow, you were one of the first classes I ever had.
Was.
That's
I remember
crazy.
that. I actually remember that because when, like, Marquette was like, it's all you. I remember that day where it was my first day and it was the time for the camera stuff. And he was like, I'm giving this to you.
Yeah.
Look at us, dude.
Yeah, that was. You've been here a while.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, and I told you when we first did that chicken for breakfast. Oh yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
this is where I'm gonna be.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good time. We're only going up, and the channel growth itself lately has just been absolutely crazy. I mean, and it's not like crazy, like famous overnight kind of numbers, but like just standing by. There's a steady. It's a steady grow, and that's what I'm here for.
As long as you're growing, as long as you're gaining I won't even say popularity. I'll say this: as long as you're getting results, you're doing good. You're doing good. No matter what the number is, you're gaining results. So you're heading in the right direction.
It's actual living, breathing proof
Mhm.
that what we're doing,
Is working.
and for the reason that we're doing it, like, that's what we can stand on. It's like, we're doing this because we want to. We're doing this because it matters. Every single person in this room right now is either here when they could be doing something else. They're here when we could be working, making money, doing other things.
Yeah.
We could not even be at a studio. We could be working any other job in the world.
That's why I love this place.
We could be doing so many other things right now.
That's why I
But
love
we are
it.
all here, giving up a night to just film.
For the
Be
future.
in the moment.
For the future.
It's so good. That's what I love about this. The industry. It's what I love about Studio Zero.
Yeah.
Huge shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah.
Studio Zero.
Check them out,
iPhone.
seriously. They change lives. They change lives.
They
They
do.
change lives.
You know, we talk about them a lot on the channel, and the reason we do that is because, like, how else do we give back?
Yeah.
How else do we really show that what we're doing matters, other than the work that we're doing?
Yeah.
For, you know, our clients or whatever else.
Yeah.
But, like, how do we give back to the people who are allowing us to do this? At least gotta say them.
Yeah.
At least gotta point out, like,
I'll always rep the Panda, dude. You know.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll always be a Studio
That's what I'm
Zero guy.
That's what I'm saying, dude. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your hard
No
work. We should definitely wrap this episode up.
Yeah.
We started out with some nerdy talk, and then we got super.
Like serious.
Yeah.
That's just like me though. I'm really like a goofy guy, but then I can get like I really like talking about like life and like shit or stuff like that.
Bro is a goofy goober.
Goofy goober. I'll be the
Dude,
goofy goober.
You know what's crazy? Hang on, one last final thought. I don't know if you were here when we talked about it. Did you know that a goober is another word for a peanut? That's why the goofy goober was a silly peanut, dude.
Wait, that makes so
There's
much
also
sense.
this candy. Dude, there's also this candy called Goobers, and it's like chocolate covered peanuts. So when someone calls you a goober, they're calling you a nut.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, dude. It changed my life.
Yeah, I might be changed now.
So, last thoughts. Where can we find you? Is there something you want to plug up? Anything you're working on?
Well, see, the type of guy I am, I'm not really a social media dude, but I do have pages that I will start posting on. I have a TikTok page that's more of like some of my TikTok edits at Wolf the Giant _ after all of those, or yeah, after every word. And my Instagram is also Wolf the Giant. If you want to follow me on there, I will start posting behind the scenes of the stuff we do at this wonderful place, Studio Zero. So yeah, follow me on those if you guys want to know more about me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're a dope dude. You're always shooting behind the scenes. I will say though, really quick, TikTok has not been kind to me lately. I have
Oh,
not been
I
on
heard
TikTok
about
in
that,
a
yeah.
while.
It's
I
not
don't-
kind to me either. That's why I stopped doing
I
face
don't like
content.
TikTok. I don't like TikTok. TikTok.
Understandable. It's gonna be out of here soon.
Yeah, that's what I do. Anyways, any last thoughts before we close out the show? We probably shouldn't clap. That's not
Yeah.
great for audio.
I'll say this one thing, because I don't know. Be you. That's my philosophy. Just be whoever you are. No one should ever have the right to tell you how to act, how to dress, how to live your life. So as long as you're not hurting anyone, be you, dude, and it's gonna make your life a lot better. Trust me, I know. So yeah, that's it.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
No problem, dude. Love this place.
We'll catch y'all next Wednesday.